Welcome back to the show. We have a great one lined up for you. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.51 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency, and the market is up 2.4%. But boy, you are going to love what's going on with XRP. First of all, we're not at the number 8 spot anymore. We're at number 6, baby. Bitcoin, 65,100 plus and still going. 3,400 plus for Ethereum. Tether market cap 113.8 billion plus, and we see USDC now underneath of XRP at a 34 billion plus market cap. XRP 61 cents. We're up 11.3% on the 24 and 41.2% on the 7-day. Listen, I don't know what to tell you, but this is why we go through all of these losses and the crashes and the crypto winners, right? That's right. This is what we do all of that for. This is amazing watching this, and I tell you, I'm starting to feel real good about it. 61 cents, almost 62 cents. We're seeing range between 56 and 63 cents. What is going on? Wait a minute. Where's this coming from? Isn't that interesting? Right? Where is this coming from? I don't know, but it's welcomed. And I can tell you, we're going to look at some TA before we get out of here today that I think you're absolutely going to love. But let's start right here as XRP has surged now, obviously 12% to extend its weekly gains to over 40%, beating other major tokens. A bullish triangle pattern on XRP's long-term price charts and a substantial increase in open interest suggests more upside in the coming weeks. So we're just getting going here. Can you say bull run? Because it sounds like it to me. Now here is a great clip from the one and only. It's the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse. Essentially, only in the U.S. is this even an issue. Let's hear directly from him in this recent interview with Fortune magazine. Take a listen.
Look, I'm going to start by saying it's shocking to me as a kid who grew up in Kansas that somehow a technology like this has become a partisan issue. Why would we have a Republican versus Democrat dynamic around innovation? Like, we should want technology that reduces cost, improves efficiency. The fact that this became partisan, I think really, the patient zero on that is Elizabeth Warren, who uses as a campaign talking point that all crypto is used for bad acts and et cetera, which is absolutely provably not the case. But now you have, in a somewhat crazy way, a dynamic where the Republicans are pro-crypto and a bunch of Democrats are anti-crypto. I'll give credit to a Fortune reporter who's one of the first people I saw tweet out, this is JJR, Jeff John Roberts, tweeted out that Biden will gain 0 votes for being anti-crypto, and Trump will gain tens of thousands, I don't know what he said exactly, but many votes for being pro-crypto. I agree with that tweet, and it makes no sense to me. And there are leading Democrats who I think are trying to solve this and leading in. I was at a crypto roundtable in Washington, D.C., led by a California rep named Ro Khanna.
Now listen,
25 people. Anita.
1 second. He's going to soften this language, but remember, we had a clip from Ron Hammond from Blockchain Association, who felt like it was a big deal that the White House came, but then Perry Ann Boring from the Digital Chamber told us that it was basically a nothing burger. It was political posturing. I'm paraphrasing here, but they sent someone who could not effectuate policy and essentially had let everyone know at that roundtable that they had not changed their stance on crypto at all. So if you take those two narratives we heard, which were completely different from those two lobbyists, then when we come back to what Brad Garlinghouse says here, I think it lines up more with the Digital Chamber. And now he softens that to say this.
Dunn, in a personal capacity, who works directly for Joe Biden, was in the group, as was Mark Cuban, the senator from New York, Gillibrand. So look, I think there's some leading Democrats recognizing that maybe got this wrong. I was sitting next to a different representative, I'll leave unnamed, who said that he was there largely to do a mea culpa. He's like, I got this wrong, and I had looked at this the wrong way. And I do think it's because people believe the bullshit. They have people espousing things that just are plainly not true, and they believe it. And they have to learn for themselves how crypto is really being used. There's a lot of very good actors in this space that are trying to follow the rules of the road, and we've been asking for 5 years, give us clear rules of the road.
Yeah.
And so I'm hopeful that eventually this will become a nonpartisan issue, but right now it is partisan, and I think the Republicans are playing chess where the Democrats are playing checkers.
Right.
And there you have it right there. And that's important to understand. So we know that Brad is basically confirming that that meeting was a nothing burger because the Dems haven't changed their position at all. They're playing checkers, not chess, right? So that's what we know about that meeting confirmed there, and appreciate Brad's comments on it. Ripple has emerged as a preferred partner for many central banks, like we didn't know. Many central banks, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the technological edge of Ripple, over 80 million closed ledgers, customizability, and comprehensive solutions. Ripple's CBDC platform, full life circle, Ripple's multi-sig signing capabilities, wholesale retail use cases, energy efficient, the XRP ledger using 60 times less energy than proof of work blockchains like Bitcoin. Interoperability, cross-asset transaction, interoperability with other CBDCs and stablecoins, financial inclusion. I know a lot of us know this, but stay with me here. Regulatory compliance and security. Now, this is the source of the Digital Euro Association, is what this is, right? So if you come down to this, as a central bank, this is the Digital Euro, as central banks around the world race to develop their own digital currencies, Ripple has emerged as the preferred partner for many leveraging its proven XRP ledger technology. Ripple is collaborating with multiple governments to create CBDCs, ladies and gentlemen. And again, just so you can see it in the writing here from the Digital Euro Association, as central banks around the world race to develop their own digital currencies, Ripple has emerged as a preferred partner for many. So what does that mean? It means that all of this 40% gains in the last 7 days is not the banks using it right now in the United States because they can't. So imagine what this looks like when we finally get the legislation needed that they can, right? We're going to see multiple governments launching central bank digital currencies on the XRP ledger. Period. Full stop. And who's upset about it? Not this guy. And here's another quick clip here of Brad Garlinghouse. Let's take a listen here. When Ripple plans to launch its stablecoin, the real USD. My question has always been, will this be the same kind of stablecoin that we've seen in this market so far? Or is there going to be something different about this stable coin? Could it be in the reserves and the way its reserves are built and made up? Could it be the difference that it's pegged not to a Federal Reserve note, but maybe a U.S. Treasury note? There are a lot of people from the U.S. Treasury that come through Ripple's camp, including Rosie Rios, the 43rd treasurer on the board. Is it that it would be backed with reserves differently, like I was saying a minute ago? I don't know. Is it just going to be a stable coin like everybody else's stable coin done the same exact way? I don't know. But something feels very, very important about this. Take a listen. We could see it in just the next few months, a handful of weeks.
I think there's going to be multiple players in that space also. Ripple is entering this space. We already use stablecoins in our payment flows for some customers, depending upon the currency pair, the corridors where we're enabling payments for our customers. And so we're already using USDT in some cases, USDC in other cases, and we think it only makes sense for Ripple to be in this market also as a trusted, very compliant-centric, compliance-first modality. And so we've announced our entry into the market. We haven't gone live yet. We hope to into Q3 or thereabouts.
Yeah, right up.
End of Q3 would be, July 1st through September 30th, I think is usually considered a Q3 window. So if that's the case, we could see something launched by the, September, the end of September or sooner, which I would prefer. And I know you would too. Let's take a look at what the charts are doing right now. Now here's a chart. Charting guy, is XRP about to outperform the entire market? Because currently it is. Here's a total XRP and total versus XRP chart, so total market cap versus XRP chart. He says a very interesting chart he saw from Blockchain Backer, shout out to him. So I'm taking a stab at it. Seems just recently topped at resistance as XRP Wave 2 bottomed at support. He says my minimum target would be the blue support line below the $2.3 trillion mark, with today total at $2.3 trillion, now at 2.5, right? This, as well as that would put XRP at $5.29 bare minimum. And then he says, but that's without total market cap growing, which is impossible given the circumstances of XRP doing a 10x plus. Now, with my total, he says, bull market cycle top range of 7 trillion to 14 trillion, that would put XRP at least 16 to 32 trillion. Now, I'll tell you what I love about this, and shout out to Charting Guy and Blockchain Backer, is the comparison and looking at the total market cap range, as you could see here, the total range here, XRP to USD, and he's showing the total. And then talking about the idea of the total market cap going between $7 and $14 trillion for crypto broadly. That is a range between 5 and 10, I think people have said. So 7 to 14, certainly covering that range there, and saying that, XRP could find its way to 16 to 32 bucks aligns with a lot of different analysts that we've seen, like Dark Defender. Dark Defender here is telling us right now, and so it began. It's already on, he's saying. XRP entered the qualification mode by bouncing precisely from our last frontier of 39 cents, which I had made a very, very calculated buy. Then surpassing 60 cents, and I actually think I got it at 40 or 41, but nonetheless, I caught that dip. Then surpassing 60 cents, and entering the previous triangle above 66 cents. It is magic towards $18 to $36, not financial advice from him, me, or anyone else, but looking right now, above 66 cents, we're at 61. So we got a few cents to go, but if it can keep pushing and get above it and stay above it, then we can start having some real conversations about that $18 to $36, and who'd be upset about that? Listen, you could join us in the DPMG. We're doing a series right now where we're showing you how to use automated market makers on the XRP ledger from different projects that offer it. So if you're interested in how to put your assets to work for you, you can learn how to do that at digitalperspectives.com. Click on the DPMG and join us. Obviously, you get a lot to go along with that. We do a private weekly call to cover news, current events, as well as tapping into the resources of our incredible member base, which is loaded with brilliant people with high skills and great knowledge in many different areas. And you wouldn't believe the kind of connections going on inside of that group. And I can tell you, if you join the DPMG, you get the Freedom Zone for free. And that's where we're going right now. I hope you'll join us. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. Come on in.